Hey, this is Danielle DeLate for The Buzz, here with Eliza and Kurt from Eliza and The Delusionals. How are you guys?
Well, we're well. Thank you for having us.
That's great. Can you tell everyone where we are and what's about to go down this evening?
Sure. We are in LA currently at the Orpheum Theatre, and we're playing our, fifth show on this tour with the Silversun Pickups? Yeah, I believe it's the fifth show. So I have. It's very early on in the piece, and we've lost count. So, no, it's going to be good. We're excited to be in LA.
Yeah. What's it been like reuniting with the Silversun Pickups for this tour?
Oh, thank you. It's been so nice. They're like literally just the nicest people. They feel like family to us, and we're just so happy to, be able to share the stage with them. And the fact that they asked us back is like the coolest thing. We were so excited.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm sailing my car.
Coming in, we got a little sneak peek of the RV that they're touring in. Can you talk a little bit about your RV life? Because I thought it was pretty awesome. I'm yet to do that. Yeah.
We're actually a really cool band with a tour bus. We actually have an RV. That's good. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I let the secret out.
Yeah, it's good. No, it's to be fair. We think it's quite genius because it's like you can sleep anywhere, and it's not as expensive as a tour bus, and you can just pull up wherever you want. And we actually we have this thing where we find KOA parks, they're called, around the country. They're I guess RV parks, you would call them, like campgrounds and stuff. And it's the best thing ever. It's like being on a big holiday and being 10 again. So
it just makes it a lot easier. And the campground's like family parks, so it's like chill. The showers are sometimes questionable, but you can't complain.
No,
but it's it's fine. It's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain to drive around, but look. You get that on the big jobs?
You do, you do.
I think that you've hacked the touring game and we're going to see other bands now in the RVs.
Well, I really hope not because I feel like the price would increase. So everyone, please stay away from the RVs.
Yeah.
Honey, could you tell me where it went wrong? You say it all the time, but I can't seem to move on. I wanna be...
Let's talk a little bit about your single Save Me and what that's been doing out there, how the fans are reacting at the moment.
Sure, yeah. It's honestly, it's one of our favourites, like we were saying. So it's cool to see the reaction from fans and stuff, like actually enjoying it and getting around, singing it at shows and stuff, and having that same sort of connection that we have with it, I guess. But yeah, we're really proud of that one. Like I was saying, we co-wrote with Keith Harris back at the start of 2020, and I feel like it's one of those songs that I feel like for myself anyway, can't really speak for Eliza, but it was I wasn't really sure about it at the start. I was kind of oh, yeah, it's cool. It's just one of those ones that took a little while to write, I feel. So it's not one of those ones that sort of 10, 15 minutes and it all just comes out. The people that can do that are smart asses and just they should,
It definitely changed a lot since the initial writing session, but I think my favorite part is I think the lyrics are really good. I think we wrote really nice lyrics for that song, and the visualizer that you made to go with it is very cool and interesting as well. So,
So if you haven't yet, make sure you get online, check out that visualizer, the lyric
it's got
video.
The words, you can learn the words.
Learn the words.
And you can come along and sing along at one of their
If
shows.
you don't, you're dead to us.
Yeah. So let's take it back to the very beginning. How did you come up with the name Eliza and the Delusionals?
Yes.
I instinctively give Eliza the microphone.
I know. It's funny because every time everyone asks about the name, I'm just it's probably the one thing I wish I could change, because the way the band has developed, it really doesn't represent what the band is. So many people come up to me, they're like, oh, Eliza, you and your band are great. I'm like, it's not me and the band, it's us. Do you know what I mean? So, but back in the day when I did come up with it, it was kind of because I was struggling to find people who wanted to like commit to doing it and actually try and make it a career. So I was like, well, if I just make it me, then I don't have to worry about anyone else. And then eventually when we had Ruby, Kurt, and Tex join, it was kind of like, oh, well, the name doesn't really line up anymore, but it was kind of too late to change it. But Delusionals comes from one of my favorite lines in a Blink-182 song. They said the word delusions, and I was like 17. I was like, that's pretty cool. So it's very hard to say. It's hard to put in merchandise. It's stupid. So I've really done us a big favor.
I have to jump in with the Delusionals part because there's not a night that goes by that Eliza will get pointed at and gone, you're Eliza, and then we all get pointed at and said, you're the Delusionals. It's like, it's the best joke ever. So everyone should keep saying that. It's unreal,
whenever someone says it, we're all just like, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. So,
I'm sure every band has that, though.
Actually, there was one time that we got called Eliza, Kurt, and the Delusionals. Yeah. So I think that's, it's up there with one of the best.
Yes, that was a good night.
It was good. It was
good.
You tell me you're in love, but I can't feel nothing yet. I think I've had enough, but I can't feel nothing yet.
Yeah. So from your first single, to the debut album, Now and Then, how has your music changed? Has it been a natural growth? Has it been more of an evolution?
I think
evolution is a good way to describe it, because sort of, like I sort of mentioned with the name thing, it's like changed from just me doing it to the two of us writing together. Like the album was the first thing we got to do, sort of like we wrote Sentimental together, but like the album was the first like body of work that we both like collaborated on.
I think as well it was like an evolution in the speak of like sonically as well. Like it's something that we didn't really sit there and we were like, oh, we want it to sound different, or we want it to sound. I think it was just the two of us like being comfortable with each other and like just over a period of time writing and like sort of just collecting music over like, I don't know, probably like 2 years, I would say the album was written.
Pretty much all of the lockdowns.
Pretty much all of like the pandemic and stuff. So I feel like it was just a culmination of all of that coming together that sort of was the realization of the sound, I think. Yeah.
Yay, that was a great thing that came out of the pandemic then. One of the good things.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I mean, I have this thing where whenever something really shitty happens, it's kind of like, you kind of have to tell yourself that everything happens for a reason, and like maybe if everything went ahead, like something else would have happened that wasn't meant to be, I guess. Like, I don't know if that sounds weird, but that's sort of what gets us through. And I think we're super proud of the record, like, and all of the feedback it's been getting, like everyone's been like loving it. So, well, we think anyway. So
I feel like we don't deal well like internally with like things going bad as well. We all like surface level just super sarcastic and just go, that's sick. That's really good. Yeah. That's actually the best thing that's happened this year. It's like something's just on fire. So
And the producer you worked with, a well-known Aussie producer, can you talk about him and how you've worked with him and through the stages as well on that album and inspiration behind some of the writing as well?
Yeah, Constantine Kersing is a good friend of ours. He is from Australia, and he's from Germany, to be fair. So he moved to Australia when he was in his early teens. So we're going through a life story. He actually lives at this address. But we've worked with him pretty much from the start, from all that early stuff.
Only a couple of singles that we sort of did with different producers. Just I think he actually wasn't available, and we want to, we work with Oscar Dawson, who's awesome, and Dylan Adams and things like that. But we felt like Con was the right person for the record because we had been through so much, and he did the EP. He recorded Just Exist, which was such a pivotal song for us. And I feel like we both just felt like it was the right thing to do. And I guess another thing with COVID is that he wouldn't have been around to do that record, and maybe we wouldn't have written it. So
schedules and stuff wouldn't line up. So it was actually super, serendipitous that everything sort of came together.
Wow. What's your favorite song from the record or favorite song while you were recording?
I feel like it changes all the time. It's like a day-to-day thing. I feel like everyone says that, but it's like I feel like right now I'm really enjoying playing Halloween.
And
Halloween's
Halloween's by far. Halloween and Save Me are my two favorite songs.
Yeah.
And it's funny with Halloween because that was a song Kurt had written a few years ago, just on his own accord, he's like had these cool ideas, and he showed me, and we were doing like demos for the record, and he was showing me, and I was like, we have to demo this. Like, he's like, no, I don't know, like, I just wrote it so long ago, like, I don't think it's very good. I'm like, no, seriously, like, just like, let's just see what happens. And then as soon as we showed it to like our label and Ruby and Tex, our other bandmates, everyone was like, absolutely, like, we need to have this on the album. It's so much fun.
I feel like it's fun
live.
to play live, and I feel like Save Me as well is another one that we really enjoy. I feel like the whole process of Save Me as well was a really cool one. Like, we started to write that one while we were here. I think it was early 2020 with Keith Harris. So that was such a sick moment for us. Like, it was such a surreal experience to be a part of. But we did half of that with him, and then we sort of took it home and then worked on it some more and stuff. So it was like one of those songs that took a little while to sort of come to what it is now. But I feel like it was one of those ones we're happy we sort of stuck with.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to fix this anyway, but we can fix this now. I'm not sure if I can be the same thing every day, but you can show me how.
I keep looking at your tattoos too. How many do you guys have?
I actually don't know how many I have. Do you
I've
know?
maybe got like 10. I haven't had one in ages, but
I have
maybe
a
like 10.
bunch. I really don't know the
Actually,
number.
Kurt's best one is...
Oh yeah, I have a funny ass one. It's Are you a Simpsons fan? Does it
Yes, yes.
I have Kirk Van Houten, Can I Borrow a Feeling cassette tape on my leg.
Oh, cool.
And I think that's hilarious.
cool.
My mate actually got it for me for my 21st birthday, so shout out to the Frog Man.
Yeah. What is next for Eliza and the Delusionals?
So we're doing this tour, of course. This is taking up most of our year this year. And then going home to do some stuff, like a couple of things in like Melbourne, things like that before the end of the year. And then, we're just sort of fleshing out next year, but I think we're doing a lot of stuff in Australia and hopefully coming back here, like, I'm going to say like April, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
just planning everything and
Yeah.
writing more for sure. Like,
Well,
we've been writing a
writing.
bunch, and so more music and stuff like that for sure on the horizon.
Yeah, awesome. I can't wait to see what's next.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time today. It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure.
Thank you.
course.
Thanks
Thank
for having us.
you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, I'm Kurt.
Hey, I'm Eliza, and there's a hair in my mouth. Let's do it again.
Hey, I'm Kurt.
Hey, I'm Eliza, and you've just been buzzed.
You didn't say the band name.
Oh, yep, okay.
Hey,
Eliza.
not
Sorry.
one. Hey, I'm Kurt.
Hey, I'm Eliza, and we're from Eliza and the Delusionals, and you've just been buzzed.